And no OBS crash happened, and we're back.
we're we're not dead.
Holy shit! OBS crashed as we were recording this, and I was like, "Oh my god, have I lost everything?" We're like 3.5 hours in. I was like, "Oh god," but apparently it's saved. OBS saved us,
I
so
think we
we're good.
lost. Yeah, we lost like 3 minutes,
Yeah,
if
it's
that
fine.
actually.
I think I was talking about Trombone Champ, just saying how awesome the Trombone Champ custom
Yeah.
song
Oh,
community is.
I said something along the lines where all the memes were made this year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The video memes, anyway.
The
So it's
custom
good there's
song
an outlet
community
for that.
for Trombone Champ is a meme of the year, dare I say?
I would say.
And finally, we'll talk about Superliminal's workshop. I believe I have not talked about this yet. Which those are the best maps. They all came out 2022. As you can see on my favorites list. Yeah, I love Superliminal. I have played the game's been like 2 hours long, but I've played like 16 hours, and that's all like in custom
Yeah.
workshop maps and a little bit in the battle royale mode, which is like way better than it has any right to be.
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy to me.
I don't know. I'll ask you which one of these mods do you think would be most deserving of the
Well,
best Inbetween podcast best mod wheel?
yeah, it's tricky. So I'm not counting Portal RTX.
Right.
To me, that's like it's a AAA enterprise. Like they have a lot of resources, so I have to get something else. Entropy 02 sounds really interesting to me.
Entropy 02 won Mod DB's mod of the
Oh,
year.
okay,
Yeah.
right. But then
So
I just looked at the top of this list again. It's like Slay the Spire downfall. I don't say downwell,
yeah.
downfall. That also is really cool to me. So but I think I'm gonna have to go to Entropy 02. Like
Okay,
I
that's
kind of
fine.
like the story of. I don't know. That sounds really cool to me. Like
I just
an attempt at Half-Life 3, I
my
suppose.
preliminary vote was for um the Force Engine 1.0 because
Yeah,
it took that like borderline unplayable game and turned it into like this perfectly working quick
yeah.
saves, crosshairs, mini-map,
You can
stuff like
just run
that.
it.
Just
Yeah,
run it on everything. They're making it so you can play Outlaws on it as well, and also they're going to add Linux support as well, which means it'll be playable on Steam Deck.
yeah,
Um,
brilliant.
so yeah, I think, man, there's so many good ones, but I think I'm going with the Force Engine 1.0. I think
Okay, okay.
just a
It
lot
is
of
an achievement.
yeah, I think a lot of these elevated games, but I think the Force Engine elevated Dark Forces so much to a point where it just elevated above the others slightly. I mean, yeah. I just think it's an amazing mod, and the guy who did the work behind it did a really good job. So shout out to him.
Yeah,
So
yeah. It's amazing work, 100%. And I guess it fixes more than one game, I suppose. If it's for the engine itself.
the final category here is the best soundtrack award, and I made this category so I could talk about Neon White's soundtrack again. So the best sound of 2022, Neon White, Dome Keeper, and Neo Dash. Obviously, Neon White wins. I mean, Machine Girl's soundtrack, you can hear me talking about it in the Tangerine. I think it's phenomenal. I love talking about music, but I don't have a lot of avenues to talk about music. But Neon White soundtrack, just the songs themselves and how every character has their own theme. All of the like random level complete sounds are like all written by One Vision by Machine Girl, and they all sound phenomenal. I think it's not only has the best songs, but has the best soundtrack of 2022. I think it's amazing. Dome Keeper as well is an honorable mention for being like this
Yeah,
great atmospheric
the
soundtrack, and
atmosphere. Yeah,
Neo Dash is an honorable mention for its Monster Cat tunes to the level pre 2022. We got Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Undertale, Sleeping Dogs, Superliminal, Hades, The Witcher 3, Cuphead, and Sonic Generations. And I think the obvious winner here is Undertale. I mean,
really. Okay, yeah. I mean, they're really good.
I
I
mean,
mean, there were
okay,
memes
so
as well.
I want to give a big shout out to the Sleeping Dogs soundtrack because I discovered a new artist called Lorne through that soundtrack, and
Okay.
I really loved playing Sleeping Dogs this year. It was a game that surprised me. Grand Theft Hong Kong.
You can
Um,
now go around Hong Kong and you can go, that's in that game.
yeah. It gave me faith back in like open world GTA sort of games, and I
Yeah.
think it may be a cop out because it has a radio station in it, so it means it's got all these licensed songs in it that weren't necessarily written for the game. But I think that one's phenomenal.
But yeah. There's other stuff, I
Um,
suppose. But yeah.
I've been listening to so much of the Superliminal soundtrack this year. It is the most relaxing blend of jazz music. I love the Superliminal soundtrack. People literally have a thing called lo-fi superliminal tracks to listen to while you
Yeah.
study. Like it's
Yeah.
great. Super relaxing. I tell you that when I beat Getting Over It, I was listening to the Superliminal soundtrack to relax me. Um,
And that's why you won.
um, Hades, amazing soundtrack.
I really like
Love,
the Hades music.
yeah. The Farewell, that song,
Mm.
amazing. Um, The Witcher 3, great fucking soundtrack, like a mix of like old school kind of instruments with like
Is there
upbeat sort
some
of sound.
bardcore in there?
Yeah, there's some good shit in there.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, it has some really
Sonic
cool.
Generations has some awesome remixes of Sonic songs and some original ones as well. And then Cuphead, amazing soundtrack. But given the fact that I think Toby Fox might accidentally be a music genius, I'm gonna give it to Undertale as the winner
Yeah, he
for
has a lot of songs in there that's like they're just so unique and like they're
Tony.
so
Like
recognizable.
he taught himself like how to play music, and the crazy thing is like Undertale songs aren't just good. Like if you apply music theory to Undertale tracks, they hold up like insanely well. Like they
Yeah,
in music theory they make so much sense.
yeah,
And they're like masterpieces, so it's like
yeah.
yeah, I gotta give it to Undertale, I think. I did one of those like quizzes thing recently where you have to rank different things like a World Cup thing where you rank them against each other and knock each other out. Like a madness bracket or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it was for me. My two final songs were Deltarune from Toby Fox from his
Mm,
other Undertale sort of game, and the Green Hill Zone from Sonic is my favorite
that's
soundtrack
interesting.
song. Yeah,
Okay, interesting.
I didn't choose any of the songs, but that's what it came down to.
Right.
Also, the one that got really high up was the Donkey Kong Country song.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, what's it called? I don't know. The Donkey Kong like country theme.
Donkey Kongu.
Donkey Kongo. Yeah. Those are our games of 2022, and those are our best games we played in 2022. And thank you for joining us. It's been a pleasure. How long is it? Is it? Are we sub 4 hours, Tony?
Yeah, we're just sub for
Oh,
4 hours.
okay. So
By my
next,
estimates, just
but
like 3 3/4.
okay, this is what happens when I play a bunch of games that deserve to be called games of the year, but we don't have enough time to do tangerines on them. We get a 4 hour games of the year podcast
Hmm.
show. Oh god! But I gotta say, the tangerines are looking kind of slim now, Tony. We've whittled them down.
Thank
Um,
God.
but 2022 was a
Oh,
pretty good year for gaming, and you can't
yeah.
go wrong with playing anything we mentioned today. I don't think.
And don't forget to
Uh,
play older games. Doesn't have to be out this year to be
Shout
the
out to
thing you
old
play.
games. I
Yeah.
love playing
You will
older
save a lot of
games.
money that way as well.
They usually run a lot better.
Yeah, they've been patched.
And they are a lot cheaper. And yeah, usually they age pretty well depending on the game. So check those
Yeah.
out, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye.